Good morning. So it's Jen from Lift Life Integrated Fitness Training. It is the first day of summer officially, and we actually have sunshine here, so it's awesome. It's also International Yoga Day, and so I thought for a little fun this morning, you might like to join me in a movement sequence. This movement sequence is what I use to help me stretch out my chest and my shoulders and my hips from either too much computer work or, like this weekend, driving in the car a whole lot as we went to soccer tournaments and various things. So it's a little bit of a yoga inspired series, but not totally. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is come down in a child's pose. So toes together, knees apart, and we're just going to come. I'm going to move back a little bit and let the sides of those arms relax and stretch. The birds are chirping. It's such a nice morning. Go ahead and then place your left hand towards the middle and put your right arm on top, and you should feel a little more stretch in one side. And switch the other arm on top, and you should feel it on the opposite side. Go ahead and move those arms just straight forward. And come up onto all fours. I am not a yoga instructor, so keep your breathing what's comfortable for you, but just remember to breathe. Okay, hands, wrists are facing, my fingers are facing towards the camera. I'm squared up, so my knees and my hips are in alignment, and I'm just gonna rock forward a little bit, kind of relaxing my wrists, stretching them out a little bit. It's a gentle rock. I'm not trying to do a push-up or support any weight. Back a little. Then I'm going to take my hands back towards me, or my fingertips back towards me as much as I can. I can't turn them all the way. And I'm going to do the same thing, which really helps me stretch out the forearms. I'm just rocking gently back and forth. And then I'm going to take the fingers out wide. And I'm just going to rock my arms from side to side, letting my hips do whatever I want them to do. Or whatever they want to do, not what I want them to do. Whatever feels comfortable. Rocking back and forth at a pace that feels good to you. We'll do one more on each side after this one. Feels nice. Sit over. Last one. Okay, bring everything all square again. I'm going to back up a little bit more. So everything's square again. So shoulders, elbows, wrists in alignment, knees and hips in alignment. Go ahead and reach your right hand all the way out and your left leg all the way out, touching the ground. And we're just going to do a few tabletop lifts. So lifting both nice and long, and then setting them down. Nice and long, keeping the abs in though to protect the back. And down. Really thinking about reaching far and long versus high. One more on this side. And set it down. Let's switch. Left hand out, right leg out. Again, thinking about making the body as long as possible, not arching the back though, so keep those abs drawn in. Reach up and down and up and down. Up, down, one more. Good. Come back to the middle here. Tabletop position, tuck those toes under and push those hips back to a down dog. Elbows should be by your ears. You're working to get your heels down, your legs straight, but it might take a few minutes. I like to pedal my feet on the first one just to kind of stretch the back of my legs more. And then I'm going to walk the hands all the way back, letting my hamstring stretch. And then I'm going to roll up nice and tall, big inhale up. And I'm going to come down. And I'm going to lower. And then I'm going to inhale to a flat back. And I'm going to exhale all the way down again. And I'm going to inhale up, flat back. And I'm going to exhale down, letting the head be heavy. And I'm going to swing my arms through. Let's come into a chair pose. Arms by the ears again. And go ahead and forward fold again. And then walk your hands all the way out to a plank again. So, nice high plank. Take a second here to get your shoulders, elbows, and wrists in alignment. Everything should be tight on the lower body. Abs are in, glutes are in. And now we're going to lower as slow as we can, chest first. And you're either going to go to a cobra or an up dog. So lower, elbows go towards the back and graze the chest. Just lower if you can. You can put your knees down at any point if you need to. And stretch up for a second, letting the front side of that body open up. To close my eyes because there's sun. It's kind of crazy. And come back to a down dog. So if you're in a cobra, you can come to your knees and then push back. And another down dog. That right leg nice and long. I always like to just drop it open one time because it feels good. And then take it back and long. And I'm going to step it all the way through. You might need a couple of steps, that's fine. Come all the way through into a nice runner's lunge. You can have your hands up here if you want, or down. Whatever feels comfortable. Some people can go all the way down. And the best part of this for me is the twist. So, twisting to the right. And bringing it down. Back to that center position. Go ahead and then take that foot back. So it might take, you might do a couple steps. You might be able to take your foot back right into that high plank again. And we're going to lower in that chaturanga again. So just lowering as slow as you can, whatever you can do, and either cobra or up dog. Letting that front of that body stretch out nice and long. Curl those toes under, back to another down dog. This time your left leg goes up nice and long. And again, I usually just like to do one open. You can skip that if it doesn't feel good. And come that leg back straight, nice and long. All the way up through the middle. We're just going to repeat that one on the other side. This stretch is really good for our hip flexors, which unfortunately stay engaged a lot when we sit. And let's open and twist. Keeping that back leg nice and strong, abs still drawn in to protect everything. And bring it down. And come back to the down dog again. right leg comes up nice and long again. And bring it all the way through. We're going to turn and rotate that back leg. So it's kind of like 45. Front leg is pointing to me. Hips are going to come forward. And we're going to stretch into what they call a warrior one. Nice and low again. Working to stretch those hip flexors. And then we're going to turn to the side for warrior two. Sometimes you might want to widen your feet a little bit when you do that. Breathing in and out, just whatever feels good. Do a triangle now. So straighten that front leg. Reach as far forward as you can with your front hand and bring that down. It could be on your shin, it could be your ankle, it could be your floor, or the floor, wherever you can feel the stretch. We're going to actually bring our foot in a little bit. We're going to come down to a kneeling hip flexor. So back foot down, back knee down. You might need to support yourself. You also might need to pad your knee. I have to do that quite frequently. And we're just going to come forward. Again, stretching the hip flexor. And I have one leg that's not equal. Ooh, I have a goose fight going on in the yard. And stretch back with the hamstring. And come forward into the hip flexor. And back. And one more time forward. And back. And just come to the middle. I'm just going to switch my feet, nothing fancy. And I'm going to reverse that actually on the opposite side. So I'm going to start with my low lunge here. So opposite foot is forward, leaning into that, forward into that hip to stretch that hip flexor. And coming back and stretching my hamstring. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's a nice morning. If you're from the Seattle area, we haven't had a lot of these. Oh my goodness, it feels good. Forward. Mother Nature and the solstice is blessing us with a nice day. Go back. And come forward again. And come back. Okay. We're going to come up to standing, so that toe in the back is going to tuck under. I'm going to bring that foot in. And we're going to start off, same thing, we're going to start with the warrior one. So foot's going to be back at an angle in the back. It's nice and strong, pushing into the ground. Front foot is facing forward. Hips are going to turn forward, and they're in that warrior one position. And you might find as you warm up a little bit, you can just get the legs a little farther apart. Let's go to warrior two. Foot actually points a little bit more straight to the side when you do this one. Straighten that front leg. Reach as far forward as you can with those front fingers. And then come over into your triangle again using your shin or your ankle. it might be different on each side depending on your flexibility and how you're feeling this morning. So if you could get to the floor on one leg and you could only do your shin on this one, that's fine. Really should feel it through that front inner thigh. Bend the knee a little bit to come and walk the toes in. We're going to do 2 last moves that always help me when I've been driving or sitting a lot. So the first one's a figure 4. We're going to just do it seated. So feet in front of you, 1 foot across the other, and we're just going to pull the knee in. You can do this seated. You could do this standing as well and just have something to hold on to it. You could do it in a chair, and if this is hard, you can also do it on your back in a figure 4, grabbing the leg or grabbing the leg. But I actually think this one for me works pretty darn good. So just stretching through my hip. I like to do a little rock. I'm going to slide that front leg down or the bottom leg down, and I'm just going to grab my knee and twist into it. Now let's come and switch sides so the other leg comes on top. Crossing it, just using that foot, that bottom leg, create the tension. So my family, even though we live in the Pacific Northwest, we are a sun-loving family. So this day, the longest day of the year, is like a little mini holiday for us. Get the most sunshine. Hopefully we get the longest day. It means that we've got a few more days of heat maybe coming along. We're finally getting heat. I guess I should say it that way. Bring that foot down, grab that knee and twist into it. On out of that, and we are finished. So happy summer solstice, happy International Yoga Day. I hope you have a fabulous one and you get outside, and we'll see you soon.